Hey guys, great to see you. Welcome back to this series of videos in which we're taking a look at some of the most famous blues guitarists and some of the most famous licks that they played. Now, we've already taken a look at Robert Johnson, John Lee Hooker, Eric Clapton, and if you're interested in checking those videos out, you can do so by just clicking up there. Now, what you've just heard me play was the lick that Muddy Waters plays in his song Mannish Boy. Okay, and this is a nice easy lick for you to learn in its most basic form, and we can play it in a number of different ways. So let me just show you the most basic way, followed by a little bit of a kind of fuller way of playing the lick. Yeah, so in its most basic form, what you can do is you play the 5th string open, which is an A. All right, then you play the 5th string 5th fret, and then you play it open again. And then you play the 5th string 3rd fret, and then you play the 5th string open again. Okay, so all of those notes are played on the 5th string, just so you're clear about that. Now if you put those all together, then what you will have is, all right, and so you can just play that and sing along through the whole song. Now what I played was, and what I'm doing here is I'm using power chords, and it's just a D and a C chord, power chord that we're using, all right? And if you're interested in playing it this way, it's a little bit more full, if you like, and you know, it sounds a little bit better in my opinion, but I think either works. You know, it just depends what you're trying to do. If you're a beginner, then you might like the first way, but if you're a little bit, you know, kind of beyond that, then you might like to take a look at this way. And all we're doing is we're placing our index finger on the 5th fret again, and it's the 5th string, and then there are a couple of ways you can do the 3rd and 4th strings. You can do what I'm doing here and just use your ring finger to play them, okay? Now some of you may find that a little bit difficult, so the other way of doing that is to use the ring finger and your little finger on the 3rd and 4th strings of the 7th fret. Now if you just play the 5th, the 4th and the 3rd, okay, because you don't want to play this top string, right, because that won't sound too good. And so that's your D chord, and all we're doing for the C chord is moving that back 2 frets. And again, we play from the 5th string down to the 4th and the 3rd, okay? So that's a C chord. So a D and a C. And your A, you can play just by kind of barring. It looks like I'm barring all of these strings on the 2nd fret, but in reality all that really counts are the 3rd and the 4th strings of the 2nd fret, and we're going to play an open A with those strings, okay, which is the 5th string. So that would be your A. Now if we slow this down and play it really slow, we have an open A, then our D power chord, then an open A again, then our C power chord, and then our A chord. You put that together, you've got, and that's really all there is to it. So take your time with it. If you haven't done this type of thing before, you may need to practice it a little bit, but I have every confidence that you can do this, okay? It's anything I can do, you can do, right? Just requires a little bit of practice. And just remember to try and enjoy the journey. That's the important thing about playing guitar. Don't be too hard on yourself. So look forward to seeing you soon with another one of these short blues lessons. And in the meantime, you take care.